see everyone.
Hey, Petey. Great, man.
Adam, good to see you again, man. It's
Good
been a
to
while.
see you, yeah.
Yeah, with Fix, with this film, I feel like there's two things at play here. Talking dogs, but it's just kind of nonstop chaos from the start to finish. Those are two different things. So I'm just wondering, how do you balance both of those things when kind of preparing for something like this specifically?
Well, it was kind of wild. We were just talking about this, actually, like balancing the filth and the horniness with as much heart is actually in the movie. And I think initially it sort of shocks people, and they're like, "Oh, I'm ready for a filth fest." And then you get, which you definitely get. But then you get 10, 15 minutes into the movie, and you settle in. And you're like, "Oh, there's a real story here. This is an actual, well-written, well-thought-out movie, and with a lot of heart and a lot of balls."
Yeah.
I think you're onto something. Filth Fest, is that the new breakout festival that is gonna happen or something?
Yeah, that's
It's in the works. We've been talking.
Yeah, we need a scheme.
It might be a cruise.
Yeah, it could be a cruise. Yeah. Filth Fest.
Filth Fest, Cozumel. Yeah.
Beck, good to see you, man. And I did want to kind of ask you specifically, because this is not your first time doing voice acting. What do you like the most about doing that compared to live action? Is there something specific that's different that you enjoy about doing voice acting compared to live action?
Yeah, I mean, there are two things. I mean, one is that you're not being filmed. You get to hide behind a character. You get to like become a dog or some other animal or creature, and you just get to fully inhabit it, as opposed to wondering like, am I pulling this thing off? And so you can totally lose yourself in it and see the image and just let your brain go to a voice. And it feels like that moment when you're like a kid and you're kind of like maybe falling in love with acting or performing, and you're just getting to be silly and go 100% in a direction and inhabit something that you may not even look like. So it's just, that's what I love about it.
Well, I look exactly like my character, so it's pretty...
River, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And I did want to ask, is it a big what's the big difference between live action and voice acting? Was it a big different change specifically, preparing? Was it all storytelling at the end of the day? I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I mean, similarly, I just felt like I had such freedom to not think about the camera, not think about what I looked like, and just fully look at my voice and feel how my voice could carry the entirety of the character. And we were all talking about how you really get physically into it. We were really, I was, sort of pumping the air a little bit.
a lot of it even. Yeah.
And Adam, it's interesting, right? Because you mentioned, the raunchy component of Fixed. I just wanted to know, Workaholics was kind of a world where you did a lot of that raunchy stuff. Kyle just directed Happy Gilmore 2. There's a lot of raunch there. What was it like doing the raunch in animated versus live action specifically?
I felt right at home. I was like, I'm back. This is my wheelhouse, baby. Enough of these rom-coms and trying to be cute on camera.
I think, rom-coms, but even Workaholics was not a rom-com, but it felt like a rom-com sometimes. The Valentine's Day is still you have the greatest line ever in television, in my opinion, with the, if you don't want to date me, that's fine, but you're wrong and I hate you. That's the greatest line.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I quote that all the time with my friends.
That's a gift that keeps on giving. I feel like I keep seeing that all over the place. All these years later.
And then Beck, sketch comedy compared to anime, we talked about live action and everything, but those are also two different worlds. Those are very different worlds. Are there any similarities with because there's maybe not improv here, but there is kind of some room in sketches with some improv sometimes, but is there similarities with those two worlds?
Yeah, I mean, you just get to be as silly as possible, especially in the writing process, and sometimes, depending on what you write, you get to be silly on stage and just go for it. But it's similar in that way, that you're just playing around, trying to make somebody else in a room laugh, you're just when you're writing the sketch, you're in there with two people, and then when you're recording, you're in there with Genndy and whoever else, and you're just trying to be funny, and you try it again and again, you have ideas. So it is really similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I can't wait for people to check out Fix. I had a great time with this film. Congratulations. Beck, Adam, River, good to see you all. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.